Hi there. How about comfort foods? Let's talk about it. Nadia Touch is here with you, and we're working on establishing healthy habits, guys and girls, and establishing healthy habits in 3 pillars. If you know me, I work on 3 pillars: mindset, nutrition, and fitness, one habit at a time. Why? So we can build consistency in healthy habits, and we can finally enjoy the health and life and do the things that we really want. Comfort foods is probably the top one. Maybe together with kind of fitness. What do you think? Comfort foods. I was actually wondering, how am I going to build today's conversation or dialogue, which actually occurs as a monologue because I'm talking to myself, staring at myself at the screen. But leave me the reflections in the chat, please. And in fact, we are going to be talking about comfort foods. Let me see if I can actually put it in the chat. Here's the registration link. Next Friday. This is a members training, and what a fun opportunity to hop into the members training and do it live, complimentary. If you can't make it, that's when you have to be a club member, $37 a month, in order to listen to all those recordings of this one and in the last 12 months. Let's talk about the comfort foods. In fact, what occurs to you when you hear comfort foods? In fact, I remember listening to a live talk that she was actually separating the 7+ different emotional eating experiences, depending how they're triggered. Emotional eating, stress eating, etc. So that was interesting to me, which I don't remember any of that. What I know that something triggers, hi Brian, hi Sherry, something triggers my emotions, and my emotion trigger my physical desire, my body's desire to comfort, and the food is just the simple solution that we know of. So and we know that lots of those comfort foods just we're not supposed to indulge in that volume, isn't it? So I'm curious. I looked through all my previous messages, and if I could turn my cell phone, you will see pancakes. I love pancakes still. So pancakes is actually a comfort food for me, and it goes from my early childhood. Every Sunday, this buttery smell in the house. You walk into the kitchen and it's a beautiful thing. They're actually called crepes here in this country, but we call them pancakes. Bunch of them, like 20, 30, because there was 4 of us. And how we start, that was actually interesting. Oh, I need to share that at my tea time. That will be fun. So the breakfast on Sunday has pancakes, but it's 2 things. You start a regular meal with pancakes and sour cream. I don't know why. And then for dessert, oh my gosh, why am I even sharing that? For dessert, we have pancakes with sweetened condensed milk. That was it. That was Sunday morning. It was the best thing ever, guys and girls. So that is interesting. And I tell you, the pancakes, and it actually this way, it has to be thin grapes with nothing else. I try not to do butter, so I can actually eat the pancake with whatever I want. That comes from my childhood and a bunch of other things. So, the comfort food is really directly connected with how is my brain trained to be comforted, whether it's edible or not edible. And edible, unfortunately, is most of us. That's how we know. And that's what we have known so far. So in order for me to tackle, if I want to, comfort foods, whether it's a certain percentage of it, I would say not fully. There's no such thing to do fully 100% of anything, including being healthy. what does that mean? You know, healthy for you may be healthy for me differently. So anyway, in a different route. But to be mindful, to be aware and intentional in consumption of any kind of food, including comfort foods, I have to have, you know, that's interesting. The word comes to me that mental strength and emotional, hi Linda, strength for my brain to address and respond to whatever is triggered my desire to have comfort foods. Am I making sense? I think I'm making sense to myself. Today is the first day I have no script. I usually have a script in front of me. So what we're going to be doing in the comfort foods training, which is next Friday, I'm going to put in the chat one more time, is actually that. I always like to, almost finished my life. I always like to do those trainings as an actual application, like a practical application of, okay, if she says tackle your comfort foods, or actually I call it find your new comfort foods. We're going to be doing that. And they're going to be, I believe, 4 steps. If you've ever read the book Atomic Habits, there are also 4 steps. But here is, and in this process, we're going to look at what I started right now, like what is actually, what are my comfort foods that I'm craving? I mean, I'm not craving pancakes all the time, but it's one of my comfort foods. Maybe you can just take one or several comfort foods. Also noticing when it's triggered and when has time of the day and my stress level. And actually what occurs in my operating system when it's triggered. You know what's just that part, being curious, I think I sent in my Sunday email last week, is a huge breakthrough in anything, including comfort eating or anything that triggers you and you know it kind of bothers you. So when and stress level, and then really looking into, okay, what is it that I'm really craving? Is it really food? Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's like, I don't know, I want to talk about it, I'll look at it. But in order to address in depth the comfort food craving that we want to kick off, tackle, get rid of, we've got to look in depth. And most of the time it's not going to be something like pretty flowers. So what is it that I'm really craving? And knowing that it's a really rock solid foundation of setting a menu of option. I call it, you know, transformation is not about a change, it's about a choice. And choice is just a menu. It's like when you go to the restaurant, oh my gosh, there's so many snack options and main meal options. We're going to create a menu of options. In fact, non-edible, if my body is really craving non-edible, but is still craving peace and quiet and calm, I'm going to create a menu of what possible, how I can substitute my emotional craving with non-edible. And obviously we're going to look at edible substitutions as well. And I'm going to give you a process how to substitute. There are like several levels of substitution. One of them is just chew longer. Do the same thing you do, just include, I call it sensual eating, where you include your senses, sensual eating. So chewing and engaging all senses while you're chewing, this by itself is humongous also weight loss approach. And then we're going to go deeper into each like layer of substitutions, edible substitution. Guys and girls, this is the best process I ever know of how to tackle comfort foods. In this process, so again, what am I craving? When am I craving? Time of the day, stress level, what's triggered, what's really beyond my craving, what is it that I'm really craving, and how to substitute with non-edible and edible. And edible is going to have different depths of layers. I have not seen this anywhere else. Somehow, because I guess I've done it long enough, I created this process, and it may not be one day solution. Definitely you will have a plan. You can tackle right away and practice. And we know the magic happens when we practice. The magic happens with muscles when you go to the gym and do it. Hi Yana, hi Anna, hi Salman. So here the magic with tackling comfort foods is taking that structure that I actually taught you right now, but we are going to go in depth on 28th of April. I put the link in the chat one more time, and we're going to go through all these 4 steps of tackling comfort foods so you can have that simple plan at the end. And then you have to practice it, like when you go to the gym and do those muscles. It's the same thing. The magic happens in practice. All right, everyone. I hope this was useful. No script today. I said what I said, and I hope to see you all next Friday. The training is complimentary if you come live. If you like a recording, please join our club at $37 a month, and you can have this recording and all 12 previous recordings on mindfulness, nutrition, and fitness. I hope to see you soon, and have a great weekend.